Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated Heaven and welcome back to DCS World. I wanted to show you guys a flight that I've been practicing with varied success over the past few days in the Hawk in DCS World. And I'm kind of hoping that some of you who have experience with this game might be able to help me if you see that I'm doing anything wrong. Basically, I'm trying to do some basic navigation in the Hawk and obviously learn how to land as well. Anyway, so I'm going to go through my startup procedure first. Okay, ignition, batteries, warning light on there. Oxygen, aircon, whatever that is. Okay. Then come here. Fuel cock, fuel pump. Move this in the middle, like so. And we hold the GTS button down. Oh, I forgot the canopy. Whoops. There we go. Nearly forgot to close the canopy. Okay, hopefully the GTS light is on now. Yes, it is. So now we come down here. We start the engine. Hopefully it's spawning up. Yes, it is. Okay, now we need to click this like that. Okay, now hopefully. Now one thing as well. Also, I'm not really sure how the ATC works in this game. I need to learn ATC and how to ask for the permission to take off and all that kind of stuff. Okay, hydraulic 2. Now the one thing as well, right, now there's also a thing here, look, this thing here, you're supposed to turn this to SLV, I believe, and that will help to calibrate, like to make sure the instruments are working properly. I've been having some issues, like basically I'm trying to fly from where I am right now to another airfield which is called Copuletti, and I seem to be having some issues with the navigation, and I'll kind of explain that as we go along, but I'm hoping this is going to help to actually get the instruments working properly. I think they say it takes 3 minutes or something, I'm not entirely sure, and sometimes I have a problem, whereas this indicator here doesn't seem to work accurately, whereas this one on the right often is accurate, or it seems that way, that's just my guess. So yeah, it's a little bit strange, you know? Okay, so I need to get the thing up, and also I'm using the ground charts. If you have a look in the installation directory of the game, you can actually find a folder which is called doc, something like that. In there I found all of the ground charts of all of the airfields, so that was the thing that helped me, because then I need to enter in the information for the TACAN. So where we're going to Copuletti. It says that the TACAN is 67X, and the problem I've been having is sometimes this seems to work really well and sometimes it doesn't seem to work that well. X, I don't know, sometimes it seems, well, sometimes like when I'm at this airport the TACAN doesn't work, and then when you take off it seems like then it starts working. So I'm not quite sure what is going on. Like, is there a range that you have to get into the range of the TACAN before it will work? I'm not sure. And also I've been setting up the frequency for ILS, but it doesn't seem that ILS is working, and if any of you guys know why, I would love to know. So the ILS frequency is 111.50, and then I will turn this to ILS. Now, another thing that I have been doing, which I'm not sure if you have to do this every time, but for example, so at the moment I'm going to use the TACAN, like that will actually give me hopefully the general direction of the airfield that I would like to fly to, and then the idea is when I get nearer the airfield I will switch over to ILS. But like I said, for some reason the ILS doesn't seem to work or it doesn't seem like it's working. Anyway, so I'm going to switch on the TACAN thing. I believe this is just to see if the frequency is working, and I'm going to change this to TACAN. Then we should hear a crazy loud noise, and then I will turn it off as soon as I hear that noise. Hopefully. Come on. Whoa. Now I believe that means that it's working. I believe. I really, yeah. I mean, basically I'm just trying to learn as I go along. I've been finding information on the internet and stuff just to see, and yeah, it would be great if any of you guys know what I'm doing wrong, because I'm bound to be doing lots of things wrong. Right, we're going to try to taxi up to the end of the runway. Again, I'm not entirely sure about the protocol. I need to learn the ATC, how to request takeoff. I haven't learned that yet. That's one thing that I do need to learn. Okay, then I go like this. Okay, now the other thing as well to say first quickly is I know that the green arrow on here I believe is the TACAN. Now I'm a bit confused with this white arrow and how that works. I know that you can change it by rotating this knob, right? And yeah, they call it track select. It seems like right now it's lined up with this runway, it seems, but I'm not entirely sure how that works, if I'm honest. So if any of you guys know about that as well, that would be great, because yeah, I'm probably doing lots of things wrong. Anyway, without further ado, let's try to take off, and let's see if the TACAN will start working once we're in the air, because at the moment it says we are 0 miles away from the TACAN, so I don't think it's actually pointing in the correct direction right now. Oh, and I believe we're supposed to have 1 notch of flaps on takeoff, I believe. I could be wrong, that's what I've heard. I also believe we can start to take off at 150. Again, that could be wrong. I did see that online, I think, somewhere. That was the rough amount I was told. Whether that's correct. Okay, gear up. Flaps up. I just want to check the flaps up. Yeah. Okay, now the TACAN is now working. So yesterday, I tried this yesterday, and it seemed weird. It seemed to like point me in the wrong direction. But let's see. Hopefully, if if the number is counting down, it's at 22. If that turns to 21, then we're going the right way. I believe that other aircrafts in this game that have a head-up display are able to use waypoints, but from my understanding, this aircraft, because it doesn't have a HUD, you need to do the navigation using the dial with the TACAN and the ILS and all that. Okay, it is definitely seeming like it's counting down. That's good. So this should be quite a short flight. Like I said, this is a route that I've been practicing, and you know, just to practice the basic kind of navigation and the landing as well, because obviously I'm not used to flying and landing fighter planes. In the past I've done quite a lot of flight sims where you fly light aircraft, but obviously when you're flying jet aircraft, you are talking about a landing which is a lot faster. So, but I am really enjoying this game, and I'm really enjoying this airplane. I think it's a good airplane for me to learn with. Yeah, so pretty awesome. Okay, I'm going to come off the throttle a bit here. I think my speed is a bit high. Yeah, and it seems like I said, the big white indicator seems to be wrong to me. I don't know. But the one on the right seems okay. So again, maybe I'm doing something wrong with the calibration. Also, I'm not sure exactly when I'm supposed to turn across to ILS to get the glide slope thingamajiggy. I'm not sure what exactly is the distance for that. Okay, so let's have a little look at the outside of the aircraft. And like this. And I certainly am finding this this aircraft or flying in DCS world, I am finding it a very smooth experience. Like I explained in the first video, I was kind of getting a bit sick of having that situation where you have to install so many third-party things, and it's just a bit of a nightmare, frankly. Right, now we might even be able to see the field. Kind of trying to reduce altitude a bit, probably overspeeding a bit as well. Again, my approach is going to be a bit ragged, to say the least. Is that over there? I can't really see. Whatever. Just try to keep. I do keep veering off to the left, and I'm sure I'm maybe descending too fast. We've only got 11. I believe that is kilometers, or is that nautical miles? Well, whatever it is, there's 11 of them left. Yeah, I think we're at a bit of a lower altitude now. That's good, I believe. Now, like I said, I don't really know when I'm supposed to be moving across the ILS. Actually, maybe the middle one is working. Every time I follow the other one, I seem to be like going off course ever so slightly. Can't really see anything yet. And like I said as well in the last video, I think I can remember that it's over these hills. I believe we go over the hills before we see the landing strip thing. runway. The field, let's call it the field. Then we sound like a pro. But yeah, I'm really liking the graphics and that. And like I said as well in the other video, I'm liking the scenery as well. Like the scenery is pretty good. I mean, it might not be as detailed as when you have a flight sim with all of the third-party scenery add-ons. It might not be as detailed as that, but I don't know. I'm finding it really good. Whoops. Yeah, I seem to remember just over this hill, and this is a flight I'm going to be flying again and again, just to get used to the aircraft and the landing. So I think I've already flown this like 3 times or 2 times. So I'm going to fly it again and again until I'm happy that I have a decent ability. Oh, you know what? Is that where we're landing over there? I think it is. Oh, so I think we're getting more than close enough to change over. So all I have been doing is pressing this to go over to ILS. Like I said, I don't understand if the ILS is working really. Okay, we're getting close. Like, it doesn't seem to change anything when I move over. Okay, I'm going to just have 1 stage flaps again to hopefully slow me down a little bit. I think actually our speed is not too bad. But yeah, it's looking like we're landing over there. Yeah. So now that I can see the field, I don't really need to follow exactly. Okay. Now we can't use the speed brake once our landing gear is out. So I'm going to actually, you know, I don't think I need the speed brake actually. So I'm going to just put the landing gear out, and that will already slow us down quite a bit. And we're kind of at the landing speed, or the approach landing speed anyway. So I suppose you just want to be, we're at like just under 4,000. In fact, I might even just give it a little bit more power maybe. I don't know. The speed seems to be coming off a little bit too fast for my liking. Anyway, we're not quite falling out of the sky yet, are we? Just a little bit more power, just to make sure we don't fall out of the sky. Okay, this is going to be a good approach here. Pretty confident. I might even take off the flaps, I don't know. No, actually, I think we're good. I think our speed is good. Speed is good, and I'm trying to practice landing using my right hand because I'm actually left-handed, but when I use the HOTAS or HOTAS throttle thing, I have my right hand using the stick and left hand using the throttle, and I have a bad habit of bringing my left hand across to use on the joystick because I am left-handed, but I'm trying to practice landing with right hand. I think that would be the better way of doing it, right? I believe they don't actually make any HOTAS, which is for left-handed pilots, so need to kind of practice. Okay, this is looking like a pretty okay approach for me. And just let me look at the, see, I don't think the ILS is working at all, so I think there's something I'm doing wrong here because the green arrow is pointing somewhere, maybe that's still pointing to the TACAN, but I don't see anything indicating the runway, and also the little glide slope thing. Hang on, I'm going too fast now. Coming off the throttle a bit, let's land first before I... This is not going to be the best landing you've ever seen, but... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Way too crazy. Yeah, that's a pretty awful landing, actually. To be fair, with my other ones, I've been doing slightly better than that, but hey, never mind. I always have this habit in regular flights of doing like a bunny hop landing, and I haven't really been doing it that often in this game, but that was right there was a bunny hop landing, wasn't it? Okay, there's our aircraft. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, kind of a shame because I felt that the approach was good. I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. I'm just going to follow the road. Because the approach was good. Whoops, I am going to follow the road. No, let's do a highly illegal turn. I was playing around with my views there. Kind of a shame that I had quite a good approach but completely messed that up. The landing. I think I was a little bit fast. I think my approach speed was good, but when I got to landing, I believe I was a little bit fast, maybe. I did also play around with some of the graphics, the graphical settings in the game, so I believe that you'll see in this video that the frame rate is a bit more reasonable. So obviously my plan is to try to practice just flying and the basic operation of this aircraft, the navigation and the basic operation, and then when I'm happy with that, I'll then think about moving into such things as okay, so I'm going to park up over here and then that'll be that. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm really impressed with the graphics. You know, for like a game where I'm not using any third-party like scenery add-ons. I mean, if you have a look at this scenery here, it is very basic, but it does serve a purpose, and it does look. I mean, I think it looks pretty good, you know, with all this stuff here. Not quite sure where I'm supposed to park, so you know what? Let's just park over here. Pretend that we're allowed to park here. Okay, and with that said, park up here. I'm going to say thank you for watching the video, guys, and like always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.